He still texts me hearts, still calls me his girl. But last week, I gave a piece of myself to someone else, and now I can't look him in the eye without lying. The dinner that felt too quiet. He sat across from me, smiling like always. The pasta was undercooked, the wine too sweet, and the restaurant too loud. But none of that mattered. He kept talking about his coworker's baby, about his mom's birthday, about the dog food we needed to reorder. I nodded, smiled, even laughed at the right places. But the whole time, I was somewhere else. Not physically. I was there. I held my fork. I sipped my drink. But my mind, it was 2 days ago, in a parking garage, in someone else's car, with someone who wasn't my husband. And I hate how easy it was to sit across from the man I promised forever to, knowing I'd already given a piece of myself away. It started with a ride home. It wasn't planned. I didn't wake up that morning thinking I'd betray anyone. It was just a ride home. A coworker, new guy, transfer from another department. Funny but quiet. He offered when it started pouring and my umbrella was in the office. I hesitated, said I was fine. He insisted. I gave in. We didn't talk much during the drive. Just light things. Music, weather, traffic. But when we pulled up to my street, I didn't open the door right away. Neither did he. And in that pause, that strange, loaded silence, everything changed. He turned to say something. I looked at him, and we were too close. I don't remember who leaned first. Maybe we both did. But his lips were on mine before I could even think the word no. It was soft, short, almost nothing. And yet it felt like something irreversible. The aftermath nobody saw. I walked into the house like normal, hung my coat, kissed my husband on the cheek, told him I got caught in the rain. He made me tea. We curled up on the couch, watched reruns of a sitcom we used to love. He laughed at all the same parts. I didn't. I kept thinking, can a single kiss change everything? I kept telling myself it was harmless, that it didn't matter, that it didn't mean anything. But my body felt different, not in a physical way, in an atmospheric way, like something had shifted in the air around me. Like the version of me that came home wasn't exactly the same one who left that morning. The nightmare that told the truth. That night I dreamt my husband found out, not from a text or a call. He just knew. He looked at me with that hollow kind of hurt, the kind that doesn't yell, doesn't ask questions, just dies quietly. In the dream, he packed a bag. He didn't say a word, just folded his shirts with the precision of someone who didn't want to feel anything. Then he left. I woke up gasping. The bed was warm. He was asleep beside me, his breathing soft, his arm draped over my waist like nothing had changed. But something had, and I didn't know how to fix it. The silent distance. In the days after, my husband didn't notice anything, at least not out loud. He still kissed my forehead in the mornings, still asked if I wanted oat milk in my coffee, still sent me dumb memes during lunch. But I noticed everything. I noticed how my laugh didn't come as easily, how I didn't reach for his hand first anymore, how his voice, the one I used to feel in my chest, now just echoed somewhere near me, but not inside me. And every time I saw the name of my coworker light up in a group message or heard him walking past my office, I felt something drop in my stomach. I told myself it would fade. I was wrong. The moment I let happen, it didn't happen at night. It didn't happen in some hotel or after a bottle of wine. It happened on a Tuesday. At work, a meeting ran late. Everyone left the conference room except us. We talked about numbers, then music, then cities we'd never been to. And then it was quiet. He looked at me like he did that day in the car, and I didn't stop him. There was no build up, no plan, just a kiss, then another, then movement. It wasn't passionate, it wasn't wild, it was quiet, like something broken slipping into place where it didn't belong. It lasted minutes, but it stayed in my bones for days. When it was over, I said I had to go. He nodded. We didn't speak again that day. I walked to my car in the rain, not bothering with my umbrella. My body felt like it didn't belong to me anymore. The confession I never gave. That night, my husband asked how my day was. I said, fine, smiled, asked if he wanted pasta or tacos. He said, surprise me. We ate in front of the TV. I laughed too hard at the jokes, tried too hard to be normal. At one point, he paused the show, turned to me. You sure you're okay lately? He asked. I froze. Then I said, just tired. Work's been heavy. He reached for my hand, squeezed it. I'm here, okay? I nodded, and I hated myself for it, because in that moment, I knew I couldn't tell him. Not because he didn't deserve the truth, but because I didn't deserve his forgiveness. The person I can't look in the eye. It's been 2 weeks. He still smiles in the mornings, still texts me hearts, still trusts me. And I've become an actress in my own life. I deleted the messages, avoided the hallway, stopped staying late, but none of it mattered. Because the worst part isn't what I did, it's how easy it was to do it, and how hard it is to look at the man who thinks I'd never do something like that. I kissed him tonight. My husband said, I love you. He smiled, whispered, love you more. And I smiled back. But all I could think was, you don't even know who you're loving anymore.